Hi everyone, this is Michelle Hale, East Bay Stamp Chick, and your fun Stamper's Journey coach. And I'm back again, and I wanted to show you another fun card that I made using items from our new catalog. And it's this card right here. This is a gatefold card. And there's the back. You can see here's the front. And this actually features one of our brand new dies that we have, which is called the Rose Garden die set. Okay, and that's DI-0494. And it's a full die set. You can see right here. It does 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. Okay, comes in 2 pieces, so you can cut out a square if you want, or you can integrate it into the part of the card. Okay, so what I did though is I made it into a gatefold card, so we can open that up, and I stamped from our Dear Rose set this really beautiful cabbage rose on the front, and then this flips open and you can either stamp a sentiment or write in whatever you like for your special person. Okay, and then we have our new chambray cotton ribbon that we're using today as well. So all from the new catalog, and the paper is brand new. I did get this one right here, which I think is just beautiful, from our Good Life prints set. Tons of really great prints in here. It's by far my absolute favorite from our new catalog, and that is what I used to cut the die, and then also the back piece. Okay, so let me show you how to do this. This is actually super easy. What you're going to do is to take your die, and you're going to cut out 2 of them. Okay, so just 2 of them. And what I have found, because this is a really detailed die, is that I run it through my machine with the cutting side face up. And I do it through a couple of times, and that cuts it out perfect every time. And it seems to do a better job than when I do it face down. I sometimes miss a couple of areas and it sticks, but face up has been great every single time. So that's really important. So you want to run that through twice. Okay, so you're going to have 2. And then I cut a piece of cardstock, and basically I just cut it in half. So it's 4 1/4 this way and 5 1/2 this way when it's folded. Okay, and then I cut the back piece, the same thing, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All right, so what we want to do first is we're going to stamp that really pretty cabbage rose, and I used the lemongrass paper, okay, for the inside piece. We have like 6 new colors, so any of those colors would look fabulous. I just really loved the green. So I've got our stamp already on our block. Super pretty stamp. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. I use it all the time. And it also actually comes with some really great sentiments as well. And let me show you here if I can move the wrapper a little bit. There we go. So you've got the big rose, you've got the leaves, the stem, miss you, love you, hello, and some more leaves. Like when I said, one of my favorites. So we're going to go ahead and start stamping that. And this back piece is not going to be seen. So you can do it, you can, stamp and get some back there and no one's going to see it. I like to have some that kind of come off the paper and one that's really fully on the paper. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of this corner right here. And do the same thing over here. Okay. So that front panel is completely ready to go. And that was the lemongrass ink on top of lemongrass paper. Okay. So when I showed you these, I had kind of already started to bend them, and basically I just pretty much bent them in half. So you match up your corners, okay, and I just kind of lightly crimped those edges. All right, on both of them. And this back piece, like I said, is going to be covered, so no one's going to see that. These are going to wrap around the front. Now you have a choice where you can make them meet perfectly in the center, or you can leave them a little bit open like I did. Okay, it's up to you. So if you wanted to make them meet perfectly in the front, you might wrap them around and then, you know, put them exactly where you want them, and then kind of bend them to fit whatever area, you know, whatever size you want it to be. The back piece isn't going to show, so like I said, yeah, just bend that around. I'm going to kind of trim these corners a little bit to make sure that they don't pop out. Okay. And if I need to, I might trim a little bit more. And on the back, I'm going to add a little bit of our white liner tape. And I really like using this because it's a strong hold, and it also, you don't have to wait for any drying time. If you put glue back here, like our Journey craft glue, which will work, the only thing is that it'll be kind of sticky because there's so many holes in the stencils. And so I just prefer doing this. You can still feel this through the stencil, but just not quite as much. So I'm going to peel that off, and then I'm going to take this around the front, and I want to make sure I get these edges nice and even. Okay, and then I'm going to wrap that around and stick it down. Okay, so that attaches one side, goes this way. And then let's get this other one off, and here's my other side. Match that up, because you really want to make sure in the front that they are completely even, right? We don't want one side to be hanging off more than the other side. Okay, and then I'm going to wrap that around and stick that down. Okay, now I am going to, I think, let me just trim that a little bit more. I want to make sure it doesn't stick out. Okay, all right, so that is good to go. Now we need to do the ribbon, and for this one I already pre-cut the ribbon. It's about 21 inches, and I did cut it a little bit longer because my initial card was a little short, and so I was only able to do a little knot in the front, and I really wasn't able to tie a bow, and I really wanted a bow. So, which is cute, the little knot is cute, but I wanted to do the bow. So I made it a little bit longer, and again I'm going to use the white liner tape, and I love doing this for ribbon because I think it just holds it in place so good. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball this and look at about what's halfway, and I'm going to run that across. Okay, and again, you know, this back side is not going to show, so it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. All right, so then I'm going to kind of match these ends up, get the center, and then straighten it out. Oops. It sticks really good. Okay, so now I have my ribbon. Yep, and it's pretty much centered. Perfect. So for the back piece that we're going to put on, again I'm going to do white liner tape because it's just going to be a quick dry and it's going to hold it really secure. And I'm going to go close to the edge because I really want to make sure these corners stick really good. I love the fact that you can tear the white liner tape with your fingers, so it's super easy. Make sure I get that corner. Okay, and it's quick. And we have really great white liner tape at Fun Stamper Journey. I don't know if you've tried it yet, but the quality is good and the price is really good as well. So it is a really economical way to adhere your projects if you don't want to use craft glue. Our craft glue is amazing, and normally I do use that, but this time I think that the white liner is a better choice. I am just going to trim this little corner right here because it's sticking up a little bit and it's bothering me. Okay. So now I'm going to peel this off and we're going to put the back panel on. I have that right over here. Okay. Oops. And you want this to match up really good. Okay, so a little bit off on the corner there, but it's still pretty good. All right. So now this looks nice and clean. All right. And we've got your bow, you've got your gate. Inside you can put your sentiment or write a special note. And we've got this really pretty ribbon. I love this Chambray cotton ribbon. Chambray, I guess. And we'll tie a little bow. And it'll be all set. Oops, didn't catch it. Give me a little bit of a hard time here, of course. There we go. And we'll just trim these ends down a little bit. Okay, so that's your card. Super easy. I do want to show you one other card I made using the same technique, and that's this one right here. So with this card, what I did is I used our new Peaches and Cream cardstock. Okay, and I'm going to bring it close to the camera because I want you to be able to see that this part of the cardstock, I don't know if you can see all the shimmer on there, but I added our rose gold embossing powder, and I also did it on the rose. You can see that it's embossed, it's a raised image. Can't quite see all the shimmer maybe. And so this card is pretty much the same thing with the two gatefold, except that instead of a ribbon, I added this rose in the front. And then I used the Peaches and Cream ink to do the cabbage rose again. And then you pop it open and can add your sentiment. The only thing I did different is the back piece, you can see, sticks out about 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch all the way around, I guess. So about 1/8 of an inch. So just a little bit different look, okay? And you know, it's just plain on the back, but you could definitely stamp that if you wanted to with the same pattern there. Okay, so 2 different looks with the same item. So really cute, really pretty, I think. And just thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you like seeing new craft projects, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, East Bay Stamp Chick. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook, East Bay Stamp Chick. Feel free at Gmail if you want to email me with questions, or check out my FSJ store, which is funstampersjourney.com/mhale. And you can find all the products that I use today there. And I will list them in the comments below on the video as well. Thanks so much and happy crafting.